Thank you guys for being here and for being patient with me to pull the cards from the archangels. The message that I'm getting here is that the archangels want us to understand something, that we need to trust our instincts and know that we always have the answers within. We are developed to a point that we really do know what to do in all of our situations. The only problem is that sometimes we're reluctant to act on it. So, and the inaction comes from the disbelief in our own intuition and what we're capable of doing. So they want us to become stronger in our inner knowing, in applying our intuition and believing in ourselves enough to know that we know what to do in all situations, no matter what we're confronted with. And that comes from strengthening our third chakras, our six chakras. Also, the strength of the will and the strength of the soul and the inner power and soul and eyes and everything that leads us, to deeper understanding of ourselves. Trusting our higher selves. That's what they're saying at this moment. They're also saying that we should become very patient when we're on all the things that we're working on at this moment. Whatever our desires is, whatever the slow movement is about, whatever is happening in this world, we still need to develop our dreams from beginning to end, but we need to develop the idea of being patient to see it grow and go through the stages that it needs to go through. By learning mistakes and regrouping and restarting and changing things and applying new ideas and all that stuff. Allow your dreams to go through the natural process in its own time to blossom and groom into what it's meant to be, through mistakes, through setbacks and everything that is in between. We need to develop the thick skin and the patience to allow the stuff to unfold. Not forgetting the climate and putting all that into perspective and not going against what is happening around us. Also, they also want us to understand that all the stuff that's going on around us has spiritual meanings to it, and it is for us to apply that intellect and the inner knowing and the spiritual knowledge that we have, that our instincts also tell us, okay, and the guides also tell us through synchronicities, messages, whatever we're learning, whatever we are, we need to pay attention and become sensitive to all these signs that are coming at us, because some of them are coming in symbols and stuff, and if we're not paying attention, we miss the whole show. They are here with us, always bringing, messages that we need to hear at any given time. I also need to say personally, a lot of us see a lot of triple numbers and all this stuff. But having the basic understanding of the number is not enough. I feel that when you're seeing a particular number, yes, have the basic understanding of it. But what house, if let's say you're seeing 333, what sign is in your third house? What planets are in your third house? What is going, besides you checking your house and seeing all the stuff that's going on in your third house, so that you can apply it to what the 333 actually means in your third house by bringing in that birth chart and that astrological component. Besides that, which is also part of you understanding what is going on, you also need to relate it to what you are manifesting. or what is going on that has taken form, because 3 has different dimensional levels to it. Besides you relating it and bringing it to your world, you also have to understand that it's spiritual, it's physical, and it's mental. So what is going on in your life that is repeating is for the reason why the angels will show you 333, or for the reason why your own higher self will show you 333. What are you even thinking about at that moment? What are you bringing into manifestation? So we need to really pay attention to the spiritual messages that are coming, and not just generalize it. Yes, generalize it, but bring it to yourself. How is it affecting you? What does 3 even mean to you? Are you a 3 life path? Are you a 9 or a 6? So then the 3 means something else altogether for you, because then it's incompatible with your goals and things. There's different levels to you making this personal for yourself, and you need to have that higher understanding. And the only way is for you to realize that you have to be in tune with your inner spiritual higher God essence. With your third eye awakening, you should be able to instinctively realize why you're seeing 333, and don't generalize it like the way I see all over the place. 333 is about this, it's about creativity. Yes, we know it's about creativity, but is it about creativity for you? And if you want to say it that way, what are you creating anyways? Sometimes it doesn't apply to you that way, and you need to have that discernment for that. So they need us to step up on our spiritual understanding and study the esoteric symbols very well. Also, when you're getting symbols in your dream, you need to find out what it means. I remember in my awakening, in my beginnings, I saw the Star David in my dream. That's one of the symbols I saw. I spent so much time trying to figure out what it meant. Up to today, I'm still putting it together. Why I still saw the Star of David in my dream. Why the guides showed it to me. So we need to really embody these understandings and have higher wisdom when it comes to what the guides are showing us. Sometimes it's something very simple, but we take it so far. It's not always about what you're manifesting either. It could be a condition in the house. It could be anything. So we need to really be in tune with what is happening. The angels are also talking about our moon cycles. We not being in tune and working with the cycles of the moon. For me, I want to take it a step further. What I'm also getting is that besides you working in like hand in hand with the cycles of the moon, for instance, you don't go and start manifesting when the moon is in waning or dying. You start actualizing and manifesting. We all know this at the beginning of the new cycle of the moon. Now that's basic information, but also realize how you feel in your body when all this stuff is going on. For me, during full moons, I tend to eat a lot. I tend to be highly emotional. I want to eat everything. I get so intense, which is normal for a lot of women. When the moon is in waning, I don't want to do anything. I want to sleep too. It's like I get tired. It's like it's time for me to relax. Because you have to understand how these things affect your mood, so you can manifest and work around the cycles of the moon. Besides all this, I also feel like working with the moon cycles that the angels are talking about, it's also about you not understanding what your moon sign is. One, okay, that all plays a role in you embodying the type of moon and the way the moon will have effect on you in all the seasons throughout the whole year. So besides knowing that too, you also have to stop asking for things at the wrong time. Okay, so let's say that in your birth charts, let's say money comes to you in your second house, maybe in the sign of Leo. Okay, what time does it mean that you can actually try to manifest money using the cycles of the moon? You have to understand that I feel like you can either do it during the Leo season to actually ask for money and do things that you need to do, bring money manifestations into your life, or you can do it during the Taurus season. You can act in the Leo season and wait for it to happen, and for things to come to fruition around the Taurus season, which is the second house. But let's say you working with this Taurus and Leo season to manifest your finances, because that is where it is placed in your charts, which is another step that I just brought up, because that's how I make things happen for me. You don't ask for money at that time, or either Leo or Taurus season, but you wait till Libra season, or maybe a different season, and you go in a different season of the cycles of the year, and you go and try to ask for some money. Do you realize that you are in complete opposite with your personal agenda and the way things happen for you, and you are not in attunement with what and when you're supposed to be asking for money? So then your manifestation doesn't happen on time. It goes through the cycle to when you can actually receive money, which could be in a Taurus season or the Leo season. So you have to be in attunement with everything that has to do with the moon, and when you're asking for things. Besides bringing your personal elements in this situation, you also have to realize that there's a step ahead. Now, what elements can you use? Does your chart show where you are supposed to receive money? Sometimes the earth houses in your chart is not where you receive money. So just because Taurus is a earth sign, and Virgo is an earth sign, and Capricorn is an earth sign, and those are the material houses, doesn't mean that during those seasons is when you're going to receive money, or it's best for you to manifest money. You have to know, because sometimes in your charts your finances happens in the water season, which becomes Cancer season, Scorpio season, and Pisces season. Do you know about that? So that's when you need to try to manifest money, during the water season, during the moon season, and expect it to happen and come to you at that time. So work in coherence with the cycles of the universe and the moon cycles and your own personal chart. And if you're not going to do it, and understand that you have to wait for it to come around when it is meant to happen for you, according to your own birth chart and the way you've written it before you showed up. Okay, so that is the message I'm getting for that one. Moving on, they also want us to breathe more. Breathing may seem silly because it comes natural. So then the question is, what should I be breathing, my angel? He wants us to realize the power in breath. This angel is trying to tell you that when you stop breathing, you are dead. And there is spiritual energy in breathing. That breathing opens up spiritual gateways within you also. That is why when you're meditating, when you're opening any chakra, anything you're doing spiritual, breathing is important, because it puts you in the right state of mind. So in the time of distress, in all this chaos, do you know that simply sitting down calmly, relaxing and taking in deep breaths is capable of bringing your stress level down, putting you in a higher state of being, and allowing your thoughts to flow freely? This has something to do with you meditating. Just even breathing calmly and bringing your attention to your breath, realize, and puts you in correct alignment with the fact that you are alive and you are here, and start appreciating that aspect. It's doing so much for you on so many levels, and that is what the angel is saying. Whenever you feel out of yourself, whenever you're worrying and overwhelming yourself, whenever you when you're not even feeling that negative, just remember the importance of your breath and use that breath to energize yourself and your mind and your spirit and everything to be in the present and to be grateful for being alive and to feel peaceful and to eliminate anything that is putting you in the awkward energy. Because as soon as you start breathing, you start relaxing. Sometimes you may even go to sleep. But whatever chaos or high temper energy that you're in or whatever, it really brings you in alignment with calmness and into divine alignment with everything else. Chaos is important for some reasons, but not all the time. So breathing is a perfect way for you to be centered and to connect with your divine self and to the universe. And that is what this angel is saying that we need to use and implement at this time. The last message here that I have for you guys, because we don't have all day, is the angels want you to remember who you are. Remember that you are powerful and you are part of creation and a child of creation. And that you are loved by this universe. Remember, this universe is divinely guided and connected with the higher powers of what? Love, intricated and woven into our beings. Everything that we do that is on a high vibration is somewhat connected to the vibration of love, compassion, and having deep understanding of those emotions. Without love, we go around doing crazy things. But in order for us to reach this place, we have to remember who we are and where we come from. And we are beings of love. So remember the power that dwells in you. Use this energy to empower yourself in times of adversity, struggle, fear. Remember that you are a divine being filled with love and compassion, understanding and higher standards of human existence within you. God essence lives in you. A part of this divine is in you. And not allow yourself to be on your feet, always in fear. Don't allow any situation to put you into the animalistic position on your fear, with fear, crying, or being in any sorrowful mode. What happens when you go into crying and sorrow? You go down on your knees like an animal. You are a higher being. You are a God having a spiritual what? Having a physical experience. So you need to remember that. Every time you're faced with anything that's belittling you, or in this situation that is all around us, we need to remember who we are. And we also need to remember that everything is in divine alignment and that we're loved by the supreme essence within ourselves. And to me, that connects us to true self-love and having understanding and bond and connection to the divine essence that lives in us, that we're breathing in and out. And take control of that aspect. If you are walking, you should be in charge of your spirit within yourself. And once you are in touch with that, you don't live in fear anymore, because you have total understanding that this is temporary. And you don't let it feast on your mind and your existence. So, this is the message from the archangels. My divine deities, my fellow loved ones, function from love, be patient, understand your spiritual messages, align yourself with it, and that is what the angels have to say. And don't forget to do one thing that may be common and easy to you: breathe. Because now we can't even breathe with masks. So breathe. Literally go out there and take some fresh air inside your lungs. You need it. So I love you all. Thank you so much for being here for your angel reading. Namaste. Bye.